Welcome to The Basement, everybody. I'm your host, 90's Basement Kid, and today's episode is discussing the movie The Invisible Man. Now, The Invisible Man was directed by Leigh Whannell. Some of you may be familiar with. He is the writer and also stars in the original Saw movie, and he wrote, I believe, the first three of them as well. And Insidious, as I'm sure people know. I believe he wrote Conjuring as well. I know he started in the movie, but he's had a very interesting trajectory into, filmmaking. He started off as a writer and worked his way up to a director now, which I think is always very inspiring as someone who personally kind of wants to do that sort of thing. So when this movie came out, there was a lot of hype about it, and I was very eager to see it. I was very excited, and I have to say, after watching the movie, it does not disappoint. He does a really great job of creating masterful scenes where you just wondering what it is you're actually looking at and if it's really there. And I think that really plays well to the effectiveness of this film. Some people wouldn't necessarily consider it a horror movie, but I definitely would. I think the way a lot of certain events occur, as well as just the tone of the story overall, is very much horror based. Obviously there's very intense moments and a lot of suspense, but that just kind of plays itself well to the rest of the horror in the film. The acting is very good. The writing is fantastic. I really can't praise this movie enough. It's definitely one of the better horror movies I've seen, the last few years, definitely this year. I think it's definitely got some competition. Already Color Outer Space came out that I previously reviewed that I think was fantastic. Halloween Kills, which I personally am very excited for, might even be my most anticipated movie of the year. But, this movie is very much effective, compelling horror. For a horror movie that just dropped in February, it does a really good job of being entertaining, and it is done quite well. I really think that the effects, everything about it, is fantastic. You should definitely go check out this movie as soon as you can. It is still in theaters, so even if you don't see it in theaters, you gotta wait a while. You should definitely watch this movie. It's worth watching. If you love horror films, even if you don't, I would check it out because it's a very well-made thriller, and I think because of that, it is definitely worth your attention. Hit like and subscribe at the bottom, and make sure to stay tuned for the rest of our videos. This is 90's Basement Kid. Peace.